Hi once again, chaps and chapesses. Right, as I said, let's go and have a look at the front of the car underneath the bonnet. Now firstly you can see where I've moulded on all the bonnet to the sides. As I said, they're intended to be bonded to the bodywork here, but it's just impractical. I like to be able to get into the engine area. I fitted some stainless steel hinges here with appropriate brackets that I've made up, welded on, or whatever I did. And they can slide. They slide off, so I can slide the front to the right, and that will come off completely. So it just needs electrical connector for the lights. Unplug the electrical connector, slide it to the side, and away you go. To make sure that the front didn't come off when I was flying down a motorway or whatever, or track or whatever, I've put a split pin through at the moment. Once one of the D-type pins just to pull out, really, so that can go into the pin there. Coilovers, nicely fitted there. I had to modify the brackets of the coilovers to suit the standard 12-inch rims, 12 by 4.5 standard rims that came with the 1993 Mayfair. And I had to modify the bottom brackets a bit as well, so I've done that. You'll note I've added a droop strap there, so that I've just noticed this as well. This is just a piece of wire I tied on there for temporary purposes to keep the bonnet from smashing on the floor. The adjustable droop strap, just to make sure that should the lower bump stop fail, I won't have any wheel interference with the suspension. So the droop strap's more of a safety issue really than a requirement, because I've still got the standard droop stops down at the bottom. It won't necessarily. I've modified you can't see it very easily. I've modified the position of the bump stop slightly, and I've cut out the subframe a little bit for clearance purposes on the coilovers as well. But that'll all work nicely. But the bump stops will fit onto the Protect coilovers, so that will work as bump stops. I don't see that I need to use the standard ones, but I've got them anyway. What else am I going to look at? Yes, you'll see that I've welded the top of welded a bracket on here so that the subframe bolts to the roll cage stroke space frame. So the front subframe is fully mounted to the rear TDK suspension beam at the back. So the whole car is effectively running on a steel space frame with a fiberglass body shell hung on it. The FRA Mini was designed not to require a roll cage, and the standard, the thickness and the strength of the fiberglass body shell is sufficient. I fit a servo, had to modify the bracket slightly on the back of the servo because the body shell itself, as far as I can work out, was built round a Mark 1 style Mini, so they didn't have that type of servo, so I had to modify the bracket. You can see from the shape of the front that is a Mark 1 style front. However, interestingly, they told me that the Mark 3 doors, standard doors, fit. But I wasn't happy with the fit at all, so we'll come to the doors later as a separate video. What else have we got at the front here I can show? Oh, the brake pipes are through. That one goes through to the back, through the channel, as you'll see on my last video. I've rebuilt all the hubs and whatever. That's all done, ready for the engine to drop in. Just have to take them all apart a bit, pull them back, get the engine in with the drive shafts there. Sort that later. Stainless steel part to go underneath the servo. Need to make a little bracket actually so that the engine steady can go on under here wherever I'm going to fit it. I'll put more engine steadies on than standard, probably 4, 2 at one each side at the bottom and 1 each side at the top, I would imagine. I like the idea of having a nice solid engine arrangement. I will rubber mount it, but I don't like the idea of it flapping around in the wind very much. So I think that's about all really for the moment. Let's just push pause. Ah, that's better. The purpose of my pause there was just to think. You can see where I was mentioning on my other video that I can drill here on the A sides there, so that can be vented through, as I said. So that can go right the way through there and vent out from here, so it can go in here, drill some holes through there and vent out through here. So the whole engine will then come through from a front mounted radiator, which is the intention. That's about all for now. Look at my other videos and we'll go through how I made the doors.